these Negroes. They're getting pretty uppity these days. And that's a problem for us. Since they've got something now they never had before. The political pull to back up their uppityness. And we've got to do something about this. We've got to give them a little something. Just enough to quiet them down. Not enough to make a difference. ... I'll have these Negroes voting Democratic for the next 200 years. Oh Lord!
Well, now that that's over.
That was a quote, an alleged quote, from our 36th President of the United States of America, Lyndon Baines Johnson, better known as LBJ.
LBJ.
Yep, from the book Inside the White House by Ronald Kessler.
Now, even though this was an alleged quote from LBJ, unfortunately, African Americans have basically fallen in or followed this prophecy to a T.
Prophecy.
Because, I mean, we've been voting Democrat.
When I say
since
we
that point.
We tend to vote Democrat.
Yeah, we tend to vote Democrat.
Yeah. Actually, our father is 80 years old, born in 1934? 34. And so he's 81. Yeah, 81. Yeah, he's an older fella. But ever since I was 18 years old, he's been telling me, make sure you vote straight Democrat. Make sure you vote straight Democrat. Just right on the... I'm like, never thought to ask why. Or, and being 18, I didn't really have a reason to ask. I didn't care. Nope. I just knew, okay, I can vote now, so going to the polls.
I'm on Democrat.
And then president's black. So obviously that's the choice that I'm going with. I have no education about anything, so I'm going in. He's telling me to vote straight Democrat, so obviously I'm going to vote straight Democrat. And I did. Mm-hmm. But what's wrong with that? What's wrong with voting Democrat? I mean, even if the quote were true, what would be wrong with voting Democrat? I mean, there shouldn't be anything wrong with that. I mean, when you talk about Democrats, Republican, a democracy, and a republic, what's wrong? What's the difference? And that's a question that a lot of people have.
What is the difference between a republic and a democracy?
What's the difference?
We'll wait for someone to respond to that. And we'll be waiting for a long time if we really were going to wait.
Yeah.
Because there's few people that really know the answer to that question. Yeah. And honestly, I only just recently found out the answer myself. Because it's not something that we think about because we've been so dumbed down by the media that we really don't pay attention to what's important.
And the information is at our fingertips now, guys.
All you have to type in is difference between democracy and a republic.
But we just listen to that rhetoric that's been spit to us and taught to us over the years, so we don't even care to even look into it.
Nope. Just take it. It is what it is, and we roll with it.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, here are the differences between a republic and a democracy.
So the biggest difference between a republic and a democracy lies in the limits that are placed on the government by the law.
By the law.
So, in a republic, it gives us inalienable rights, whereas in a democracy, the majority are restrained by those rights. So they can run all over the minority.
Yep. Those unalienable rights go hand in hand with the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, which puts restrictions on the government so they can't overstep their bounds.
Exactly.
But in a democracy, that doesn't matter because they can do whatever they want.
So it's just basically a bunch of sheeps being fed to the wolves in a democracy.
And democracy.
And it seems like we're going farther down there with our government.
Oh yeah, every year we get every year, every week, every second. It seems like we're getting closer to a democracy.
Yep. And our republic has been thrown down the drain. Because no one cares about the rights that we have anymore. Exactly. And the Constitution's just been ran over. Like our free speech. And our right to bear arms.
Because they get rid of those two, it's over with. They get rid of the First Amendment, we have no right to speech. Which they're trying their best to get rid of now.
Yeah.
Anything that's offensive. I mean,
be called a racist.
Anything could be seen as offensive. Me saying that I like chicken more than I like steak could be offensive to a steak person. I mean, anything can be seen as being offensive.
What would they call you then? You're carnivorous. Shame on you. You eat meat. Shame. He who eateth the meat. You're black and you eat meat.
Yep, that's racist.
You racist carnivore.
That's racist. I mean, everything is seen as racist now.
Yeah.
Everything.
It's a PC world we live in. Political correctness is
going to be the end of America.
And especially you can see how the government and different politicians, they're so harder than ever before on the issue of political correctness.
Oh yeah. Because back in the day, you really couldn't come up with that because no one really cared.
Yeah, and they say you're offending. When did this become such a big deal? Offense.
Through walk away
word of mouth
and go back home. I mean, you don't have to sit there and listen to that person talking. If they're offending you, leave.
What happened to the saying, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words never hurt me"? I mean, in kindergarten, I heard a lot of my teachers say that, but now it's just like words destroy.
We as millennials are freaking pansies.
Basically,
we suck. Everybody in my generation basically is like a little dandelion. Like you blow on them, it's like, oh my god, you're gonna kill me. And it's Barney's fault.
Who?
Barney.
Barney.
It's Barney's fault. Yep.
What? Really?
The purple dinosaur.
The purple dinosaur.
It's his fault.
I would blame that.
He made you feel like you're so everyone's so special. You're special.
I would blame it on tyrannical government. It's what I would blame it on.
Barney was a sleeper cell for the government.
Right.
But still, like, yeah, the government they brainwash us to the point that we actually think that our opinion is the end all be all. And it's not.
And you can clearly see how they're bashing our rights. They're trying to take away those rights.
Oh yeah, and you can't take
so we
those
can't
away.
say anything, because if you say anything, it's like they're coming after you. You're wrong for it. You're wrong for it. And then now they come after the Second Amendment. Our guns, our right to bear arms.
They're gonna take those. They want to take those.
It seems to be so. I mean, with the laws, and there are already laws in place to protect us. Those laws don't be enforced as harsh as they should. So they try to create new ones, constantly attacking our rights. Open up. This is President Barack Obama. Here to take your gun.
Come and take it.
So why are they so adamant about taking our rights away from us? I mean,
I really think
it's start with the first and then they go into the second. It seems like so.
Oh yeah, I really think it's a setup, a whole set of program just to breed that spirit of fight out of the American people.
I mean, to tie back in the alleged quote from LBJ, the whole welfare system, it seems like, is targeting
black people,
African Americans.
Oh, really? It started with black people, but now it's like it's talking to everybody now. I don't even say it's a black and white thing anymore. It's a class warfare.
And the main thing is, I guess, where did that even start? For us to be so dependent on the government,
right?
We shouldn't be that. That's not in the Constitution. For us to be so dependent.
Oh yeah.
Where did that come from?
Our fighting spirit was broken after the Great Depression.
After the Great Depression.
The Great Depression came around, and like folks were scared out of their wits. People dying, people starving. I mean, it was horrible. And after that, President Roosevelt came and saved the day.
Roosevelt.
He came to save the day.
I think that's what the whole welfare system pretty much got kicked off in America, right?
The government will take care of you poor people.
Basically.
And
we fell right
into it.
Hello,
give me stuff.
Free.
Sound familiar? Sound familiar?
Free stuff. Right into the welfare system. Yeah.
I mean, and welfare is really is set up to make us dependent on the government.
On the government. A government that seems to be tyrannical. That's why I found the fathers fought to keep us away from.
Yep, they did not want us dependent on the government. That's why state governments and federal governments were made separate so they could fight each other. And that would keep the government from getting too big and taking over. But now, hey, with all the media and stuff, I mean, they, like I said before, they keep us dumbed down, keep us confused, and keep us watching twerk videos, and we won't pay attention to what the government's doing. Out of sight, out of mind.
As long as you give me my monthly checks and my monthly dose of that paper, we're good.
Why they stealing it right from you again, and you don't realize it.
And I think that ties back into why so many African Americans vote Democrat.
I don't even like that term, African American.
Comes time to vote, make sure you vote for that Democrat because he gonna give you that money.
He gonna give you stuff.
What your ancestors fought so hard to get, that welfare, they're gonna make sure it keeps going.
And it's actually black people out there that think that our ancestors fought for us to get handouts.
Yeah.
That's not what they fought for. They fought for us to be free. The handouts put you into more bondage. You're not free getting handouts. You can't own anything.
Capitalism out the window.
You almost hit me in my face.
I did.
But it's okay. The welfare state is set up to make you a slave. I mean, think about it. My wife has, what's it called?
Yes.
Medicaid.
He is married.
Yeah, I'm married.
He's married.
I'm married. Oh, Batman. But, yeah, my wife got kicked off of her government help because we were married. They said, you have a husband, you can't get any help. So if she was unmarried, she can get as much help as she wanted. So what sense does that make? We can't get food stamps because we're trying to help ourselves. Even though I don't want any, but if I really needed help,
can't get it.
They say you have land, you own land.
And a house.
You own a car, you own a house. So we can't get any help from the government. But if I was sitting here bumming and wasn't doing anything and just mooching off the system, I can get as much help as I want.
And what's this in that mean?
Does that really make sense? Does that really make sense? Does that give the people any incentive to go out and get things on their own? No, it doesn't.
Because I can just sit here and mooch off the government. They're going to take care of me. Why should I have to go out and do anything? Why should I even have to go out and get a job? Why should I have any entrepreneurial sense if the government's just going to take care of me anyway?
Yep. So, yeah, this video is running pretty long. Wasn't expecting it to be this long, but
the main thing is the difference between a democracy and a republic.
A republic gives the power, and that's the power stay with the people and protects our inalienable rights.
Even the minority.
Even the minority.
Whereas a democracy does not.
Does not. It gives power to the elites.
The minority gets ran over.
We are the minority.
And it always comes back to me. A quote from my third president of the United States of America, Thomas Jefferson. Come on, we're supposed to stay together, man. This is a big moment. You know, this is a big moment in history for us, you know.
Good.
When the government fears the people, there is liberty.
Liberty or freedom.
It's all the same thing. But when the people fear the government, there is tyranny. Fight for the Constitution.
With these